everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about a fundamental thing for couples' health and happiness, and that's intimacy. I'm Michaela, and I'm the founder of Pleasy, and we make intimacy effortless. Well, the clicker, yes, good. Do you remember the fiery days of a new relationship where nothing can get in the way of passion and romance? Well, as life goes on, time does get in the way, and it's easy to get too comfortable with your other half. But sexual satisfaction makes us happy in a relationship and makes us build a more intimate life. However, only 1/3 of UK adults are actually satisfied with their lives, and intimacy issues affect 1 in 5 couples. Couples lose that intimacy and are unsure how to rekindle the spark. We help couples to reignite that conversation and make the relationship and intimacy a priority. We make intimacy effortless. And we do that by combining an app and a box that we can help couples with the app and the box to rekindle that relationship. We want to do for intimate wellness what apps like Headspace have done for mental health, which is making sexual wellness mainstream by empowering couples to start a conversation and experiment new things, which leads to a better and more intimate relationship. So Pleasy enables couples to experiment new things in a fun way. Through the app, we send various weekly challenges and exclusive content, and the box has curated intimate products and is sent every 2 months. I want to tell you a little bit more about each of these things. The app empowers the couple to create a more open, fun, and exciting relationship, and we do that by reigniting the conversation. All our challenges are focused on fun and novelty. They're also personalized. We use data segmentation to segment our couples into different tiers, and that enables us to personalize the challenges in a very precise way. At the same time, we also use gamification. Gamification includes things like one of the couples can say that they like a challenge and they want that, and that sparks the conversation and enables the couples to talk about that. And gamification also increases lifetime value and retention. On the other side, we have the box. The box has personalized and curated items that enhances the relationship. We have high quality products. This box also helps to empower communication and experimentation, and they're all curated to each of the couples with data segmentation. I want to tell you a little bit about our vision and what we intend to do. So product development is one of our main priorities. First of all, being country specific is something that we value. So we'll have one specialist in each of the countries and make sure that the app is ready to be in native language in each of the countries as well. We'll also value inclusivity because everybody should be able to enjoy Pleasy. So right now we're developing for the LGBTQ community. Team challenges are also something that we believe are very important because we want to be present in different life cycles of the couple. Like, for example, during pregnancy. And on the other side, we have brand partnerships where we'll provide content for the brands that has a new revenue stream. And also we'll be able to have specific branded boxes. Having a different tiered plan will also enable us to make sure that the couples can be with us for as long as they want. A basic plan without the box and a more premium one with better and even more products. We are inserted into the sexual wellness market, and it's growing fast. It's expected to be worth over $39 billion by 2024. And the online sales alone are growing at 20% year on year. And we're focused on the 3 highest growth countries in Europe, which are the UK, where we're launching right now, France and Germany, where we're going to launch by the end of the year. But why Pleasy? Well, we are the only subscription service that is designed for couples with both products and content. We're uniquely positioned globally. We target couples, not individuals. Because for a relationship to be good, we have to both be well. And we target prevention and enhancement of the relationship rather than treatment. And that's a great way to make sure that we are much broader than most solutions available. I want to tell you a little bit what we've done so far. We did an MVP of 1 year with paid customers in Portugal. We reached 200 years of lifetime value, a 90% retention rate, and 60% gross margin. And this was using a Telegram-based messaging system and a non-personalized experience. When we reached this is when we entered the acceleration program by Indico and Google for Startups. And what a ride it has been. In just 6 months, we went from an MVP to a global service. We went from using a third-party platform to having our own app developed and designed both on Android and iOS. And Android is actually launched. We went from a team of 1 to a team of 5 amazing people. And because intimacy is so important and we want to make sure that we reach everybody, we're creating a podcast. We already have 4 episodes live with amazing influencers talking about sex, relationships, and tips for the couple. And this is a great way to build community and to enhance the relationship. Like I said, we're making sure that we achieve everyone. And we have a Cedars campaign right now live. In just 10 days, we've reached over 100% of our funding. Let me make this clear, we are overfunding. And why Cedars? It's not just about investments. We're entering the UK, and Cedars is a big platform in the UK. So it's an amazing way for everybody to know that Pleasy exists and for them to try our product. The next 12 months, we have an amazing path to cover. We're already on Cedars, and we're already launching in the UK. In the first quarter of this year, we're going to make sure to launch the LGBT service and the Teams challenges. By Q3 of this year, launching into France and Germany is what we want to do. And by the end of the year, reaching an MRR of 50K and launching our seed round. And none of this could be done without having the right team supporting us. I know everyone says that, but we do have an amazing team. I'm Michaela. I have 8 years of experience in consumer goods, and I'm a marketing strategist. I've learned in my past that if you listen to what consumers want, what they need, and you deliver that, you'll have an amazing product. And that's what I'm good at. We have Joaquin. He's our co-founder. He's an amazing software developer. He has experience in both B2B and startups. And that has helped us to have very good vision to the future. And then the rest of our team is very well-rounded. We have experts in brand and product, like Gonzalo. We have a community and content manager, Natalie. She's also our liaison and lives in the UK. So she's a great way to make sure that we are approaching the country correctly. And we have Ben Lambert. He's our advisor, and he's launched in the past wellness businesses. So he's great at helping us to understand and navigate this new service in the UK. In terms of funding, we already have great investors on board, and we have 200,000 euros secured for both Indico and a shout out to our amazing VA investors. Currently with the Cedars campaign, we're looking for 150 plus and also your investments. So right now we have a slot of 100 still available because 50 have already been taken in Cedars in just these 10 days. So we really want you to join us, and you have the opportunity right now to close the round. Just to finish up, I want to tell you what our vision is. And our vision is to be the leading brand in wellness and intimacy for couples. We want to do for intimate wellness what apps like Headspace have done for mental health. And that's making sexual wellness mainstream by empowering couples to start a conversation and experiment new things. And that leads to a better and more intimate relationship. So join us into making intimacy effortless. I welcome your questions.
Okay, great presentation. Love the energy. Get the market. What do you think is going to be your biggest challenge as you sort of enter the various markets? Like you've been around for a year now. What's the biggest, it's a two-part question. What's the biggest lesson you've learned so far this last year? And second question is, what do you think is going to be your biggest challenge going into 2021?
Amazing, thank you, Marvin. Well, the biggest lesson that I've learned is that intimacy is different for everybody. So having a personalized service is definitely fundamental for us. And that's what we're achieving, making sure that the challenges are correctly tailored to people and also the box as well. So we've been very keen on making sure that we have that correctly and that on each of the countries, we have also a specialist person to help us navigate that. And the biggest challenges are definitely the fact that intimacy can still be a little bit taboo. That's why we focused on content. We focused on the podcast And we focus on expanding all of this content to make sure that people start being more aware of intimacy and that they can and that they can actually improve it, and we can help with it.
I'll let Yannick ask a question, but just one comment is I would take a look at God, what's the name of the company? It's actually an old portfolio company of mine. So these guys use sort of like influencers to drive, and it was like they sold like jewelry, but they not totally the same, but they use influencers to actually like drive specific types of products. That has actually worked very, very well for them. Their business is growing like crazy, and it's like I'm totally spacing because it's very, very late over here, and I'll get this to Christina, the name of it. The other thing is just like, I would actually, if you think about customer acquisition, I would actually really, really think a lot about building the audience using your podcast. I think it's a great idea. And I would consider doubling down on that before you start to explore sort of like paid customer acquisition. You're going to do paid customer acquisition now, use it just to learn as a suggestion. But I think the podcast and you're building the audience piece, I think will be very, very critical for growing this business in the long run. Anyways, I'm going to shut up. Yannick, all yours.
Thank you so much, Mark.
So my first question, so when I listened to your pitch, I think the first thing that came to my mind was like, wow, she's doing something relatively unique by combining content with a product marketplace or etc. So I'd just like to understand, you have when you look at the product marketplaces, it's quite a mature space. You look at the sexual well-being or intimacy audio content space, it's still early days, but there are some players. Why did you looked at the space so much, why did you choose to combine it into one product? And why do you think, and what are you learning so far, the impact of that model that you've seen on your users?
So actually, that's a great question. I've been married for over 10 years and I have 2 kids. So I understand the need, and that, sometimes you get lost in routine. Sometimes you don't have time. And that's where really content helps, because you want something to remind you that, why aren't you paying attention to your relationship, even if it's just a day or 2. And that's where we help. That's a very specific part of the content, with the tips, with the challenges that make you say, oh yes, maybe I'm not that tired today. Maybe I can just talk to my partner. Maybe I can do a massage. So that's something that sparked me. And that's when I actually realized that most of my friends, maybe 99% of them, didn't have that. So they didn't have the initiative because they were too tired. They were thinking about something else. So putting them in the right mind space is something that we've been very focused on with content. Sorry.
So sorry, let me just jump in before we move to the product side, the physical product side. The type of content you're mentioning audio content, but you also have like kind of a gamified experience on the app as well, right? That makes users come back.
Yes. So what we do is the challenges are sent by a dedicated app, which you can download already on Android. And what we do is, so that challenge can be sent to one of the persons in the couple or to both. So it can be a surprise, or it can be something that makes you talk about that. So imagine you receive a challenge saying, today, give a massage to your other half with a massage candle that you received in the box. That can spark the conversation, even saying, I don't like candles. So yeah. Why not? What do you like? Even saying something that you don't like and you don't want really helps your intimacy.
Got it. Interesting. Okay, cool. And then the second question would be, you mentioned a couple of metrics, and I don't know how many users we're talking about today. At least they're quite impressive. Having this baseline now, and you're going to the UK, and when I look at, what is your target if we don't, go into the details and going into different communities, and what's your dream? So how many users or subscribers would you like to have in UK? To the couples at the end of the year?
So by the end of the year, we're aiming to achieve 2,000 subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
You might say, is that amazing? It's good. It's for first year. It's something that we believe that we can tell our investors that we can achieve. So we're the type of people and the type of team that executes. So 2,000 subscriptions, that's our goal, and that ends up to 50,000 MRR by the end of the year. That's in 3 countries, by the way.
Wow.
Obviously launching by the end of the year.
2,000 users, right? It's like 2,000 couples.
It is because a couple for us is one user, so only one of the people in the relationship pays.
Yeah, very, very clear to me. I don't know, Marvin, if you have another question. I have one more, so the other question is, you mentioned a 90% retention and a $200 LTV. So how much do you charge users? And so what's the pricing plan? Is it can I only pay for the content, for the app, or do I need to go for both? And how much is it?
So those numbers that I talked about, the 200 euros lifetime value, were before with the non-personalized experience using Telegram. At that time, we were charging 22 euros. So I think it's a pretty good result without having, that personalization that we do have now. Right now, we're charging $29.90 every month, and that includes the box every 2 months and the content. We are developing only a basic light subscription plan where you only pay for content if you want, and then a more expensive one that's a little bit more in the future if you want more content and if you want more products as well.
Yeah.
It's actually, by the way, great value for money.
Yeah, no, I am not an expert, but I tend to agree. The other, so Martin mentioned podcast. I think for the acquisition, I think what might be another interesting channel is because you have such a unique positioning by combining physical products and content, but not actually partner up with other players in the space. Could be cycle tracking apps, could be that perhaps they want to do campaigns with you, etc. To kickstart, yes. They have tons of users, so you could perhaps at least kickstart in the beginning of your growth.
Yes, thank you very much for the advice. We're definitely looking into that.
Great. Sorry to jump in. Thank you so much, Marvin. Great to see you. You've been here on launch day. You are here on demo day. Fantastic. Yannick, thank you as well for being present with Pleasy, and looking forward to see you again with Innovation Cast. Thank you, Michaela. Well done.
Thank you. Good presentation, Michaela.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Let's now get ready for Modata.